Shannon, you were waiting for weeks for the episode 6 of Tom vs. Time, and it finally came out yesterday. We learned just how serious Brady's hand injury was before the AFC Championship game, and how Brady reacted to the Super Bowl loss to the Eagles. Let's take a listen.
So, how are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling, it's a loaded question. You play the game to be in those moments. And you play those games to have the chance to win Super Bowl. And when you don't come through, it's very painful. This offseason is going to be about my family, and they deserve it. There's more to think about than just me, and I think that's what you commit to when you have a family, and they commit a lot to me. You know, that obviously goes both ways.
These last 2 years have been very challenging for him in so many ways. And I think he just want, he tells me, I love it so much and I just want to go to work and feel appreciated and have fun.
It's a big commitment. Sitting here, laying here 3 days after the year, getting my Achilles worked on my thumb. And you go, what are we doing this for? You know, what are we doing this for? Who are we doing this for? Why are we doing this? You gotta have answers to those questions. And they have to be with a lot of conviction. You know, when you lose your conviction, then you probably should be doing something else.
Shannon?
Huh?
What was your takeaway from the final episode?
They ask Tom, how you feel? Joy, the man says a loaded question. Skip Bayless, are you serious? You know what, this is not a loaded question. A loaded question, would you rather be hit by a Mack truck or a dump truck? That's a loaded question. You lost the Super Bowl, not to Aaron Rodgers, not to Drew Brees, not to Ben Roethlisberger, to a backup who started 3 regular season games that year.
Who put up 41 points on Bill Belichick's defense.
Is it my time, Joy?
Yeah.
Is it my time? Can I speak
That's
now?
why it's loaded, because you can't say that.
No, you're supposed to say, I feel like stir-fried dog poop. That's how I feel. I got beat by a
supposed to say,
backup.
my coach let me down, my Hall of Fame coach. You know?
As he goes deeper into it, Skip, he asks the question. And I've asked myself these very questions as I'm training. Who, what, why, when, how much longer? Those are the questions that he asks himself to get himself in the right the right mind frame to go out there and compete at a high level. And speaking of cuts, I want my cut. Joy, you heard it. They used my voice when I said it was a big fat nothing burger. They used some other guy's voice. Why didn't they put Coach Belichick when he said it wasn't open heart surgery? I want my cut, Tom.
Because Big Fat Nothing Burger is a better line.
Oh, no, I want cut. You cannot use my likeness. You can't use my voice without the express written consent of Shannon Sharp of FS1.
How do we know they didn't have somebody else just record it?
Whoa. I want my cut, Skip. But
You know what? That didn't look like a nothing burger to me. That looked like a big old cut-up piece of meat dripping with blood. Did you see how deep that gash was? Did you see the swelling on the palm of a quarterback's hand?
Skip,
Seriously.
he threw for 500 in the Super Bowl.
He threw the all-time record for any playoff game with that. With that.
He was fine. Coach Belichick, hold on. Coach Belichick saw him every day. Coach Belichick said it wasn't open heart surgery. What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to go against Coach Belichick?
Yeah, he's as jealous of Tom Brady as you are.
Skip, first, and also, what do you mean you're going to dedicate this offseason to your family? Hell, they've been dedicating the last 18, well, they've been married for about 10 years. The whole season is about you. Giselle has to be mom and dad. Get the kids up, get the kids to school, go watch soccer practice. So this shouldn't be new to you, Tom. Look, I get it. I understand. Families have to make a lot of sacrifices. Giselle has to make a lot of sacrifices. And he's talking about it's going to be a family decision. No, it's not. You can have your mom, your dad, your sisters, and Giselle. Guess what? you have one more vote than them because that's the only vote that matters. Skip, you know good and well. And I hate, unfortunately, I have a feeling, Skip, that unless Tom is going to try to play as long as he can, unforeseen injury notwithstanding. And I'm afraid that might be the only way is that an injury knocks him out for part of the season and he walks away. Other than that, Skip, he doesn't, because in one breath he says, okay, yeah, I want to spend time with my family and I might, walk away, step. He's not saying those exact words, but I want to step away from family time, and that's what you have a family for, to give them a lot of your time. But in the same breath, you hear Giselle saying he loves it. He says, can I just go to work because I love it so much? That doesn't sound like a guy.
At one point, she said he loves it more than he loves me. Yeah. She said, I think that was in episode 5. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that doesn't sound like a guy that says, you know what, I got one more year. He's not retiring after MVP season, obviously.
Thank you.
But I don't see him walking away minus an injury anytime soon.
You don't?
I thought he was going to play 2 more. I thought he was going to play like 2 years, get it 20. But Tom Brady might try to be like Vinatieri. Because Vinatieri came in 96, and here he is still playing.
Yep.
So he might try to top Adam Vinatieri.
Joy, do you realize that he also deserves a cut for episode 5? And I don't know if you saw episode 5. It kind of came out right before the Super Bowl.
What happened?
And your voice is heard screaming as usual on below the tape, and it's about he's got 1 more year left in him, max. That was it, max.
How can they use? They can't use that, Skip.
Yeah,
they didn't call me. That's copyrighted.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can't use
know that
without the express written consent.
of Shannon Sharp.
They did a whole Miles and Yak remix
on the
internet.
I get a little cut of that, though.
No, you don't.
I got a little cut.
Yeah. You'd get a little sip of that.
Yeah.
So the point is, you have now come full circle, and you've backed off, and you said, that guy that I watched in episode 6, he's going to play for a while.
He wants to.
Right? Yeah.
He wants to.
Again, barring, I'm knocking on wood, unforeseen.
And he wouldn't have been playing in New England had Mr. Kraft not pulled the rug out from under Coach Belichick.
Oh, that is true. No, I agree. So, to me, I'm going to go big picture first. All 6 episodes, at their heart, was a tug of war between Giselle and Tom over how much longer are you going to do this? Because at one point she said, you told me when we met, I'm going to play for 10 more years, and now next year would be the 12th year.
Yes.
Okay, since they've met.
Yes.
And I think she is starting to come to the realization it ain't going to end anytime soon.
Nope.
And it might be that Tom is putting the golf clubs in the closet more in the off season than he used to. That might be the case because he does have 3 kids and they're getting up there a little older and a little older. But I applaud Giselle because during the season, she's got this, man. It's mostly you. You got to be mom and dad.
Yes.
Right?
And that's the thing, Skip, because, pro athletes have a very high divorce rate when they leave their particular sport.
Yep.
Because the other always thinks, well, I'm going to have them home all the time, it's going to be so good.
Yep.
And guess what happens? When you have them home all the time, it ain't so good because he's upset or she's upset because now they don't have anything to fill that void. See, Kobe went into writing, and so he had something to fill the void, that burning desire that he had in basketball.
Yep.
For the most part, unless you do what I do, you get it right back into it, and you doing TV, keeps you close to the game, you get to travel.
Yep.
But a lot of these guys don't have that luxury, so they're home all the time. They're irritable. Now the least little thing, everybody's upset.
Yep.
So it's not always so, Giselle, just, hey, don't because if you force him to retire before he's ready, he's going to be resentful because he's like, I shouldn't even be here. I should be at practice right now. And so now he's upset. So Giselle, just let him, hey, you done bit your tongue this long.
Yep.
You done held it back. Let him go ahead. Hey, you're going to have another 25, 30 years. I know this is not what you signed up for.
Yep.
Because he told you 10.
He did.
Now he at 12. It probably look like it's going to be 13, 14, 15.
It's feeling like that. I agree. The other thing that struck me about all 6 episodes is, this is the problem a lot of you and some of the other of our commentators here on this show have with Tom. He comes across as so aw shucks gee whiz, and he was even in this episode, and he comes across too often as the corny, goofy dad next door. And then a couple of minutes later, he's dropping F-bombs or MF bombs.
Yeah.
And you see that side of him. That's the guy who goes Psycho Tom on Sunday. That's the guy who can still succeed at pro football at the highest level at age 40, who doesn't really fit in with some of the other football players, but he's beloved in the locker room because he's got that in him. Okay? So, now, I think there were two big messages to Coach Belichick. The first one was to show that thumb, just to show it. He's got acupuncture pins in it. I think it was a serious injury. I think he said for one full day he thought he wasn't going to be able to play.
I'm still trying to figure out how he cut his hand like that on a helmet.
I don't know. You could be right about that. Maybe it was something else. Maybe there's more to the story.
They got to be, Skip.
Because he didn't divulge anything about how it happened.
That looks like a knife cut.
It did.
That doesn't look like no helmet cut.
It could have been an accident. It could have been something else.
And
I'm with you on that.
On a handoff. Yeah. How you hit the...
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, either Ruck Burkhead is a little person or Tom Brady. No, come on, Skip. It's not adding up.
Yep.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Yep. And then he wanted to make it clear because the opening montage is that between the lines, he's saying, I almost overcame a coach who didn't play Malcolm Butler and gave up 41 points to a backup quarterback, and I'm throwing into the end zone at the end of the game. And could we see that play one more time, the Hail Tommy? This was such a great play by Brady because he avoids the guy who knocked the ball out of his hands. And then look at this throw. He throws it 56 yards in the air. Tell me Gronkowski shouldn't make a play on this ball. I still don't get it.
I tell you what, if I'm Doug Peterson, I call 21 in. I say, look here, you know what you're supposed to do on a Hail Mary? Knock it down. Skip, he almost tips this ball up and Amendola almost catches it.
Yeah,
He's trying to catch it. Skip, why are you trying to catch the ball? I think that's Mills. Skip, watch what he does. Watch what the 21 does. He hit Patrick Robinson. Look at this, Skip.
Oh, it gets hit backwards. 23, Rodney McLeod hits it first.
Yeah.
Rodney McLeod is 5 feet 10 inches tall. Gronk flat-foots it. He didn't even go up for the ball. Tell me that's not a jump ball for a 6'6" guy.
But Skip, he's running. I mean, he's running. And
you got to plant and go up. Go up like you own it.
But they went up over the top of him, Skip. They went over the back.
You can go up. You can jump a little bit.
Hold on.
Huh?
Why you thinking he's LeBron?
Huh? Well, he's 6'6".
He got on shoulder pads and helmet.
Okay. Well, go snatch it like you own it.
You still up, Skip?
You would have gone up.
He upset about that.
Right, well,
it's been a month.
Well, the whole opening montage of episode 6 is a slow motion of this because he's saying, look at this. This is how close it came. Would that not have been the miracle of miracles?
I'm trying to figure out. I want to know who his editor was. Who edited this? Because I can assure you the confetti that rained down in the first Tom episode 6 wasn't green. So how they do that? How they do this? How they get the confetti that was green and white to come back up? I mean, come down as opposed to the red and blue. Because you know, we see the red and blue confetti, and Tom is like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this."
I don't know. Is that what he was saying?
Not what he was saying.
I didn't remember
but I
that.
know no, that's not what he said. Nick Foles. That's what he should have said. How you feeling, Tom? I feel like stir-fried dog poop. I got beat by a backup. Nick Foles beat me.
Beat him with 41 on my coach's defense.
Beat him! No,
Malcolm Butler stood and watched.
Whoa. Now, see, Yep. I remember when Peyton Manning used to throw for 400-plus yards against the Patriots, and Tom Brady throw for 175 and they win. Tom Brady is great. Nobody mentioned Coach Belichick's defense. Now, all of a sudden,
All of a sudden, 41?
That's
to Nick Foles?
That's the excuses we make. Because, see, when Tom Brady was putting up those stats and he wasn't winning, stats are for losers, what they told me, Joy. So I don't want to hear nothing about no 515. I don't want to hear nothing about no 631. I don't want to hear nothing about the most points ever scored.
By a loser.
I stayed open late. I made sure I had them hot L's. No juicy loosies for you, just hot L's.
Yeah. Did you tell LeBron on the street yesterday, you can't come to my restaurant?
Ron, come anytime. My partner. We part owners together. We partners, Skip.
They just lost by 14-14 to the Clippers and the Lakers at Staples.
Whoa.
He can't come to your restaurant.
Brian can come anytime he wants to.
Skip,
why you trying?
Moral victories back on the menu?
No. What you trying to do? You trying to come between me and my partner, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. Joy tried to do it also.
Well, I think you just came around full circle and you admitted and agreed that
What?
Tom Brady is going to play forever, quote unquote.
No.
Right? Yeah. MVP.
Deuce.
Deuce? Out?
Dose. He played 2 years, that's it.
Yeah.
Uno, dos.
Well, Tom versus Time is officially over. Now we just have to wait for
Kirk
versus Kirk.
Yeah.
Kirk versus free agency.
Yeah.
What are they going to
Kurt
call it?
and free agency.
They should call it Kirk versus Kurt.
Who is Kurt?
Does Adrian Peterson have anything left? We'll discuss that with Eric Dickerson next.